Is it not that whenever we are in complete dreamless sleep, all our worries and all our pains vanish? Look at that. And as soon as you come in this state of consciousness, you say there is a lot of pain, there is suffering, there is this confusion, and there are questions also. You don't have any questions in your deep sleep. All your questions, all your doubts, all your suffering appear as you appear in this state of consciousness. Is it not? Because you were present in your deep sleep consciousness as well. But there were no suffering, no pain, nothing. Because you were not aware of your, or should I say it this way, that you had not created yourself and your body and this world. Correct? You had not created your mind. Ego was there. Without ego, this body, the tattvas which are kept together is not possible. So with that ego, tattvas are kept together and the body does not decompose. Everything is working perfectly fine. Or should I say that it is your ego which helps you manifest the same dream again, because still you have not recognized your true self. So there is this program of ego which runs this gross aspect of your life, which creates, recreates again. It vanishes, then again it recreates. Right? Don't go by somebody else's experience. Go by your own experience. There is nothing to be known. There is nothing to be known, only to be experienced. So experience cannot come from any other source. Your experience is subjective to you. Analyze your own experiences. All your wisdom should be rooted in your own experiences. And of course, wherever this indication is given by teachers, by scriptures, how to do this and how to inquire into it, what are the things to be done, correct? And how we should not get distracted, how there should not be too much of prapancha. These things, for these things only you need to take help of scriptures and words of whatever learned ones. Otherwise, everything is based on your own experience. Your suffering is your experience. Your liberation from suffering in your deep sleep is your experience. It simply means there is a possible state of consciousness in which the sufferings of the body do not reflect upon you. Hmm. You may have even noticed that even in deep sleep, the healing so-called, if you think that the body still lies there on the bed, only if you believe, because others tell you, and others tell you because you have created them for your feedback mechanism so that the dream remains real. And the others will also say that, yeah, we also sleep. They are sleeping, you manifest in your consciousness when you are awake, because when you are sleeping, you don't know whether they are sleeping or awake or dreaming. But when you are awake, everyone else around comes back and tells you, gives you this feedback that yes, I also slept, I also felt like that, right? So you immediately make out that there are many selves. These are just feedback mechanisms you have created in your this waking dream, right? So I appear sometimes in your dream. You create me for some solace, uh, some sort of liberation. 120, 130 minutes of liberation. You create. Yeah, this is how it goes. So your plan is foolproof. Only you can destroy it. You have made all the arrangements so that your own experience is never challenged. Your own experience of this dream is never challenged by your own creation. Exactly the same way as you create in your dream, which is a lower dream, lower quality dream. There also, nobody tells you that he is not different from you, but everything is inside you. Nobody tells you and comes up and says that, see, I'm not different from you. You have created me. There also, they chase you, they praise you, they make you suffer, they injure you, they treat you. Everything goes the same way. No one in your dream has ever come up and said, hey, come on, you have created me. Did anybody come to in your dream that you said, somebody said that no, he or she or that particular creature was your own creation? So till the time you are in dream, you take it as real, because everybody seems so following a simple, a very foolproof kind of a program. Everybody is governed by single consciousness. The single consciousness, which is subjective and your own, has given rise to so many people, places, things, whatnot. And it is reflected in everything. You say it is imagination. Come on, it is your experience. If you start challenging your own experiences, then there is no point. Because tomorrow you will experience your true nature also. Then also you'll say, I experienced using my mind, and therefore it may be a thought. You may challenge like that. You may come up with questions, but let me tell you, it is such that when this experience happens, there are no doubts left. So you will not be able to do that. Only till you have not experienced, you can come up with that doubt. Many methods, Many lives, many masters, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Till the time this ego program is running, this is called Jiva program. Till the time this program is running, there is no liberation. And we have to recognize ourselves as the substratum on which this Jiva program runs. Is it not? And that is I. There is no reality other than you. So be sure for that. Be sure in it first. Even if I exist in you. I'm not separate from you. And you are not separate from me. And we are not separate from that I, which is called Ishvara. Same program is running everywhere, giving this rise of identities. Correct? The same screen on which multiple projections can happen. The same screen can project an animal, it can project a villain, it can project a hero, it can project a comedy, a tragedy, everything. And there are no questions, there are no doubts, and there are no suffering, there is no identity. Each day we experience and then again come back and again have questions. That simply means we are not yet aware of all the three states which we pass through, and we are not taking all our experiences seriously. Only waking experience we are taking. That simply means we have to be sincere and aware and serious about all our experiences, not just one. And that one experience where you experience yourself as one, each one around the world in this whole creation, when goes to that state, experience it as only one. There is no duality. And that's the reason sometimes many masters have emphasized on this personal experience so much that they said, no, don't even go with the personal experience. So start questioning, who are you? That means, who am I? Take example of Raman Maharshi. He insists that you have this clear understanding of who you are. And again, he will be also taking the same examples, that in deep sleep, you are the same who is operating in the waking state. So if in deep sleep consciousness you had no duality, no question, no suffering, only bliss, then how come you are now suffering and questions, confusions, duality, everything is arising? It arises in you, first thing. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to do anything. You have to just experience yourself. The first step. The naam, the processes are again For everything, whatever is given, there is only one objective, and the one objective is taking control of your mind so that it does not create too many ripples. So systems might seem different, may teach you different philosophies, but ultimately the discovery will be about your own being. Let's not call anything else. It's your own being. First, it is experienced as an individuality. The pains and sufferings vanish. And then it is also experienced by the grace of divine. Even this happens with the grace of divine. This experience, this personal, individual experience of consciousness, self, is also said to be happening only by the grace of Ishvara, Guru, Lord, or whatever. Even this. But then it is easier because it is also much dependent on your own efforts. So there are two forces working here. One is your own effort, and the second is, of course, the grace. There is a saying that God helps those who help themselves. So God is always at help, but you must know how to help yourself. Right? Help yourself with what you can do, then God will do what He has to do. What you can do is take control of your mind, because mind stuff works based on the emptiness you feel in your mind, or the crowd you feel in your mind. And it is your responsibility to deal with it. Your choice. Right? So stop thinking, start feeling.
Yes.
Stop thinking, start feeling. Because there is nothing to know, only to experience. Please take it as the final word. There is nothing to know, but only to experience. Yes, if you want to know, there are so many things to be known. Even if you would want to know, there are things which, even while experiencing, while feeling, can also be known if you are interested. But that's only like extracurricular activity. Yeah, that's not the main subject. You have to do honors in self-discovery. Others are just extra subjects. How do things happen in this visible created world? How do I take control of the visible created world? These are different things. How do I create a dream which is more, less painful? Yeah, that's okay. Less painful. How I create a dream which is very orderly. There is no Mahabharat happening. Yeah, you can. That's something you can learn. But this capacity also comes when you know yourself. Before that, it doesn't come. When you get anchored to that, even this individual packet of consciousness, which is termed as Purusha in our system. When you start operating from that witness consciousness, then you have some control on Prakriti, which is in turn creating everything, because from Prakriti comes intellect, comes ego, comes mind, comes tanmatras, come. Karmendriyas, Gyanendriyas come, and then finally world comes. So there are so many processes in between through which you create this tangible, perceptible reality because you are not manipulating anything outside. Everything is done inside. The world is the outcome. You are not the sufferer of it. You are the enjoyer of it. Sufferings are created by one entity which is known as Ishvara. Ishvara, and Ishvara is common ingredient to all the beings. So wherever it is manifesting, it is the will of Ishvara, which is equally present in you. So the suffering doesn't come from outside. Suffering is in your dream, right? If someone in your dream chases you with a hand grenade and throws it at your dream body, and your dream body is scattered into pieces, you may blame that person and say that this person destroyed my body. But most of the time, before your body, and this awakening happens when a body is about to get destroyed or get destroyed, you are awakened. Is it not? This happens. And let me tell you, the same thing is going to happen at the time of death. You will awaken to your immortality and disconnectedness the moment you drop this body. The whole challenge is to experience it while we are still here. Simple. There is no problem. And right now, everyone fears death as if one is going to be finished when the death comes. And see how it happens. Even you know that your questions actually indicate that. Acha Acharyaji, what I can do for my ancestors? Pitru Paksha has come. What does that mean? What does that mean? That means you believe that they are still there despite leaving their body. Man, you are fearful that you should not leave your body, as if you are going to be finished. You're not going to be finished. You're not going to be finished. As I always say that the sleep is a shorter death and death is a longer sleep. Okay. So there is no problem. The same thing. Rather, I would say that death is a longer dream. Because in that journey, the person goes through the hell, heaven, this, that, whatnot. So many things are experienced. Right? The issue is we need to experience ourselves beyond this body, beyond this mind, right now, right away. Go deeper and find out who is listening. Right? You say, I am listening. Who is saying this? Who is experiencing this? Who is saying that I am listening? Go to that I. This is maximum you can go right now. But this is where you should be rooted, because you can go right now there. There is no problem in reaching to this place. You can reach anytime. Yes or no? So don't get into the jargons like this is mind, this is body, this is that, this is this. No, forget it. Only you have to see that you have to create a distinction of I and my. That's it. You have to go to I. The experience, when it comes to you, it will come as my experience. The I stays aloof untouched, always there, without any iota of pain or suffering. Just try to access that as much as possible.